Apparently, I just found out that the music hasn't been working. Everyone blame Heroic Master, aka Junko. He screwed around with my audio, and now apparently it screwed this all up too.
Disappointing.
Well, welcome back, everybody.
Controversial.
So, the group just walked through the gate, and we are going to pick up there. Thank you, everybody who has joined us since.
Hello.
You guys are now entering a room, a large room with a altar set up in the front of it. It looks kind of like a church that's been kind of disgraced and destroyed partially, and like there's blood that spread all over the walls as if like a sword slashed through somebody and blood went like up on the wall. And there are multiple people in the room. There are the three of you.
Yeah.
There is a righteous-looking, like, human female paladin kind of channeling a spell that's, like, holding, like, an orb that is just, like, this radiant energy that's surrounding her. And an elf with, like, a simple staff and cloak. Really basic stuff inside the shell.
Do I recognize the woman?
Yeah, Julia. And then there is like a hulking evil abomination in the front, just like this dark creature that just like this shadows that are just kind of emitting off of it. And kind of behind him a little bit is Kellen, Doric, Volmore, and Tibbers.
Wick starts to like, it's Julia! And then sees her brother and immediately just goes, nope.
And so as you guys kind of enter the room, and before you can kind of back up, this like wrap kind of comes from the ground, surrounds each one of you, and just encompasses everything except your eyes, mouths held shut, your arms are at your side.
Cool.
And in the front of the room, and the creature goes, "Pathetic elf, your power is nothing compared to me.
That's rude.
Surrender, and you will be given a quick death." Silently, the elf goes, "Power is not everything. You will never stop me. My influence will go beyond death, and will be the tool of your destruction." Everything kind of freezes in the room, like comes to a complete halt. Your brother steps to the side. The wrap removes itself from your head. "Wick, join us."
You're fighting for evil after everything Mom and Dad taught us?
"This is the only way to escape. Join us. We must join with him."
Never!
"I'll give you one chance, Wick. You join us right now."
No. I have gotten so much stronger since I left, and you don't scare me anymore.
You've always been a disgrace to our family. You'll never live up to the Tibbers name.
Let me go and say that when I can fight you.
Why don't you just go back to the library where you belong?
Let me go, Kellen.
You're too weak. I'll bring glory to our family, to our name. The history books will remember Tibbers. No one will even know that I ever had a sister.
Family won't let you do that. And we don't need to be remembered in the history books if we're on the wrong side. And you are.
Pathetic. He steps back. The wrap kind of goes around you, embracing you harder now. Everything kind of unfreezes in the room.
Did I recognize the elf's voice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Random question.
Mm-hmm.
How long has it been since the previous fight?
minutes.
Okay.
However long it took you to heal and talk and go back.
Take a long rest.
That's gone.
And,
I was going to be like, because I still have a duplicate up, and the wrap would not affect it.
other question, I just want you to know that for story purposes I'm not going to do this, but I could get out of the wrap with prestidigitation, so I'm not going to.
You could really clean that.
Yeah, you could really clean that
So
wrap.
clean that it's gone. Fact. Read the rules. OP.
And everything in the room kind of resumes. It was all in like a pause. You may kill me now, but death is not the last stop for me. It is not your time yet. And he goes and waves his hand, and you see Julia's kind of like a blue orb, kind of like previous form of her body, kind of gets pushed out of her form, and then you all get pushed out of your wrap and start getting like sucked out of this universe. And as she does that, she does this flash, and the stuff happens. The evil abomination walks over and slashes through the thing and just gores the elf. You hear a laugh. You guys all get sucked out, pop back out into Wick's room, just tumble to the ground.
What just happened?
I told you she was real! Is there a human woman in this room with us too? No. Okay.
Were we aware of everything that happened when the time froze?
Yep.
Okay.
Just want to clarify something. There was an elf, Julia, your brother, and an abomination in the room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just want to make sure. I thought that's what it was. I just wanted to be clear.
Yep.
Brother or brothers?
Brother.
Okay.
Because I didn't know, like...
Kellen,
I'm pretty sure that
Kellen
Julia's
Doric,
not an elf,
Valmorin,
but I'm not
Tibbers,
sure.
or
Oh, so
Val.
full name.
Is
I
the
thought that
female
was a
human.
couple.
Right.
No.
Okay.
There were commas in there.
No, her brother's names are their first names are Kellen, Sindri, and Ren.
Okay.
She would call face to face. She would call Ren and Sindri by their nicknames. She would not call her youngest brother that.
I stand up and I look at the book that I like look at it from afar. Like,
Okay, there's no book there.
Great.
No. But that was how I was supposed to learn about who they were. That was my patron.
I'm going to...
who's your patron?
The elf. That's the voice I've heard.
I'm going to start tossing the room trying to find the book.
Okay.
Ah!
Your book wasn't clean. Your room wasn't clean to begin with.
No, but
Let's
the
be honest.
books, some of these books are very old.
I'll be carefully tossing them. It'll be the, huh.
I rolled a natural 20 or a 19 when cleaning, so every time you throw one, I just kind of grab it and put it in a stack somewhere like all alphabetized.
Good call back.
I actually go downstairs to try and find my parents.
All right. So you're not able to find the book,
Cool.
and you walk downstairs, and there's no one there.
Cool.
Oh no. I would like to go into Kellen's room.
Okay.
What do I see?
As you walk by our room, I don't know if you need to, but I'll kind of seek you out and be like, we don't know how much time passed when we left here, but your mom was going to find your dad, so she could still be looking for your dad. We don't know yet.
That's fine. I need to check something. Thank you.
While you go check, I'm going to make sure that you don't
Hold
hear.
person me into the room. Not again. No. You chose good. I saw it.
Did I though?
You didn't see it.
I said good. Do you think that was her actual brother?
I don't know. I thought that to be honest, I thought that Julia wasn't real. And then we saw Julia and her brother, and like, I don't know how much of that was real. I don't know if the book was real. I don't know if I'm dreaming. I don't know if I'm going crazy. I really do not know what happened. I don't know how much of that was real and how much it wasn't. I still want to know whether, like, why that is Wick's handwriting.
I do too.
Because if Julia is a different person, why did they impersonate? Why did she impersonate Wick's handwriting? That doesn't make sense to me. So I have no idea what's going on right now. No idea at all.
Then we had a book here. We no longer have a book.
We knew that the book was real because we both looked at it and got sucked in. I'm assuming we both remember that.
Yep.
I have no idea.
I am hesitant to believe anything that happened in that book. Obviously, the three of us were. And it was very noticeable that that first interaction we had was part of the story.
Right.
What happened afterwards, I don't know.
I mean, looking outside, does it look like it's later in the day? Does it look like...
Yeah, if you go to like a window, it looks later in the day for sure.
I'm trying to. Here's what I'm doing. I'm trying to judge whether the amount of time we spent in there was spent out here as well, or whether
looks like you could deduce that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, so the book was real. The time we spent in there was real because look outside. I'm not sure that those things that we fought were there. I don't know. I don't think that Trogdor was real. I have no idea. I'm tempted to believe that the book was doing something, and I don't think anything in there was real. But I don't know. I have no idea.
I have something I want to check.
Okay.
I'm going to... I'll be right back, hopefully. Yeah. If not, I tried to walk outside.
Okay.
So I'm going to go try to walk outside and just to see if is this house part of this...
Is it a dream inside a dream?
Yeah.
Inception.
It's not Inception.
Okay.
You can walk outside and there's
It's a very good Inception.
I just thought of a South Park episode. Dude. You gotta bring a ladder
We
inside.
need firefighters.
Yeah, we need firefighters to bring a ladder inside the Inception.
I'm going to go back and be like, okay, so we can walk outside. I'm more inclined to believe that we're in actual reality now.
Okay. I guess I didn't even think of that, so... either way, we need to be a little sensitive, because obviously what happened in there affected Wick quite a bit. I think we should go find her.
Agreed.
I'm literally one room over.
Okay, so you're just looking in the room.
How inside are the walls?
Can I get into Helen's room?
Yeah.
Does it look like he's... How recently does it look like somebody's been in here?
Not for quite a while.
Okay. I start looking through his things.
Okay. What are you looking for in particular?
Anything he might have written, or like any books he had out that were like not normal for what the Tibbers keep in their household area versus the library. Anything that might indicate what's going on.
Okay, give me an investigation.
If you get sucked into another book, I swear to God, I'm not going in after you.
Everything goes black.
Dang it!
Only an 11.
That's above average.
It is above average.
Are we okay? We're not gonna get into this. You're not able to find a whole lot. There's like 2 or 3 books that are on kind of what you would consider dark or evil gods that you guys probably wouldn't keep in the library, or at least it wouldn't be out in the open for everybody to read.
On a scale of 1 to 20, exactly what number does she find stuff of?
She finds Shut Up Ryan stuff.
Okay, got it.
Are any of them on Asmodeus?
If you want to take some time and kind of skim through them. There's like, he's mentioned in one of them.
I would take the books and start heading back to my room.
Okay.
Still, like, I'm keeping an ear out for my parents to come back.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to listen for them. And then I would head back towards my room.
Okay. I think these two will
Probably
be heading up the stairs. Or
It's like
I don't
opening
remember
the door as I'm walking.
Yeah.
We're probably walking out as you're walking in.
Yeah.
What'd you find?
Just some research. I go to put it in my bag and... Was somebody in my bag?
Aren't there more pertinent things we need to think of right now? Like, where are your parents?
How
Yes, I am willing to seek that low. All right, everyone back off.
How about... Where are 2 of the potions I just bought yesterday?
Oh, after he disappeared, I thought they might be useful in the other world, so here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's all I took.
Sure. So, when do I get my money back, knowing you?
I thought there might be a vendor in the book, so here you go. You never know. That can never be too useful.
Oh.
I would stick the books in my bag and just close the bag up really tight. I'm kind of hungry. Yeah, I should probably go get food. I haven't eaten since dinner.
You want to just go downstairs?
Yep, I'm gonna go downstairs. And
Okay.
I assume I can find at least like cold food.
You can find some things.
Yeah,
to
I mean
eat.
it's my house.
Right. You would know better than most.
Yeah, I would make something.
You wouldn't be awkward like I was.
No.
The house looks like 19 out of 20 clean, so just so you know.
Sure. Would probably make something and just kind of sits down, like what as much looking towards the door as she can.
Okay.
Just waiting.
I'll probably walk downstairs as well.
I'm gonna
Following make sure that she's not having a mental break. Which I'm pretty sure is actually happening right now, so we'll see.
I'm gonna walk through the room that I'm staying in and also try and not toss it, but like again look for the book that I had seen before.
So the room you slept in?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't find it.
Okay. I'm essentially going to be looking through the entire house trying to find this book.
I'm okay. Yeah.
You can say no, but
No,
that's what
you
I'm
don't
spending my
find it.
time.
Right.
Hey, Wick.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Fine.
How you actually doing?
Fine.
How are you really actually doing?
Well, I know Julia's real. And I think I have finally met my patron, kind of.
Which one was your patron?
The elf.
Okay. The elf in, like, that didn't have a bunch? Kind of looked like a druid, I'm guessing,
Wizard.
with staff?
Yeah. Wizard.
Okay. I don't want to freak you out, but I think that we both have to consider the option that what we saw in that book was not real, or a manifestation of the book. Again, take it what you will, but I think we have to consider that as an option.
I'd really like that, because then it would mean my brother isn't actually pure evil.
Just keep that in mind.
I'm fine.
Okay.
You said that in order to get to the library, you have to go.
Outside. Oh, Wick's already planning on going, like, she's...
Right. I'm just walking down the stairs, walking around, going in.
Oh, you're going to the
Val-
library? Okay.
Wick would get up and follow.
We should probably follow him. He's probably having a mental break.
I know where the book was.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I guess I probably could have asked you.
I would go to where I found
Is
the
that-
book the day before. Is it there?
Is that why you brought it inside?
That was the book that I was holding when I met Julia. I was about to read it. So I thought maybe somehow it was connected to her or to my patron. Surprise it was!
Do you think that Sai would make the not unreasonable deduction that maybe Julia is the patron or not? I feel like that's reasonable, but I've heard stuff outside of character that was not saying character. So I'm not
My
really sure.
character's already thrown that option out.
Okay.
But I don't know if you were there. In fact, I
Right.
don't think you were.
You want me to roll a dice or something, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's your characters absorb what he has. It depends on your intelligence and stuff. If you think that it seems like yes, he could think of a theory like that. I mean, if you're thinking it,
he doesn't.
Knowing what you did, okay.
I would go back to where I found the book the day before. Is it back on the shelf?
Okay. The library is empty, except for a few like customers or what would you call them? I don't even know.
I mean, they're called patrons. Ironically enough.
A few patrons.
It's all coming together.
Like Asmodeus is walking around now.
We kill him.
Your brother's there.
Wicked's keeping an eye out for her brother the entire time.
There, you don't find the book there.
I start looking through that section, since that's the historical section, for any other book that would mention Julia and her companion.
You don't find anything. Takes you quite a quick couple hours.
Remembering what the cover of the book was, were either of the characters on the front of the cover characters that we saw inside?
Yeah, the elf and Julia is what you saw on the cover.
We'll talk.
Okay.
I'm assuming you noticed it as well because you looked at the front, but that's what the side is thinking right now.
I probably didn't make the connection.
Okay.
Because his immediate thought is find Wick.
Okay.
So does this have any significance? Like, is the title or whatever?
Right.
He wouldn't have made the connection of the images.
Okay. Well, now that we know it's not here, you want to go inside and wait for your parents? I'm sure that they would be even more worried knowing that none of us are there.
Yeah, we can go. Yes.
Okay.
Did I actually get any information from the book, or was it as soon as I opened it
Once you
and started
started
reading
reading
it,
it,
I was
yeah.
sucked in?
Julia is actually...
She's less interested in Julia at this point. I would go back to my house and sit and wait for my parents.
Okay, so as you're going back to your house, as it's been a couple hours as you're looking through books and such, you see a frantic Tara. Wick!
Hi!
Where have you been?
I just...
She runs over and embraces you.
Mama, it's okay. I'm fine.
We've been asking everyone to look for you all over the city.
Oh, Mama, you didn't
You've
have to
been
do
gone.
that.
Your friends went looking for you and disappeared.
We had something we had to do. I'm sorry. We should have told you, but you were asleep when I woke up, and I didn't want to wake you up. So...
Oh, don't do that to me again. If you're here to... Oh, you had us, your friends didn't know where you went, and they had disappeared too.
They sometimes forget I tell them things. Mama, where's Kellen?
Oh, he kind of disappeared like you did, like...
How long ago?
Couple weeks after you left. I mean, you know Kellen, he probably just went off to do his own thing. He'll be back.
Sorry to bother you, but where was the last place you saw him?
I'm gonna do that. Well, I mean, I remember him. He went to the library, and he just kind of... that was the last I saw him. We looked around for days, but we you know, it's Kellen.
How long ago was
He'll be
this?
okay.
It would have been about 2.5 months, if it was about 2 weeks after I left.
Do you remember anything about the library that day? Did you see a book on the floor?
No. I mean, well, I wouldn't remember a book on the floor.
Okay.
Probably pretty standard in a
Just-
library.
I know, it's worth a...
Mama, did you know what Kellen was looking into?
You know him. He's always looking into his fantasy books and their gods and fighting and all those things.
Can you draw that cover by memory?
I can.
Okay, well, hold on. I gotta go find your father. He's been worried and running around town looking for you.
While you draw that, the two of us will go help you look.
Okay. Okay, let's
Yep.
go. Let's go find him and
stay
then
at
bring him
home.
back.
In case he
In
comes
case
back.
he comes back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Would one of you be willing to go to the library? No one's been there all day.
I can stay at the library, Mama.
Okay,
It's
thank
my
you.
job here anyways.
Thank you. Okay. Can one of you stay with her? I don't want her disappearing again.
Mama, I won't. I promise.
Okay. She heads out. If you guys follow, and
We'll be
We'll go
behind
outside.
a little bit. In case this isn't obvious.
I'll just go into the library and like sit at the desk there.
Okay.
And start drawing the cover.
Do you remember the cover of the book?
I remember the title.
There were 2 characters on the front of the book.
Okay.
One of them was Julia, and one of them was the patron.
What's the else?
Who?
I think it's the patron.
Oh, have you not said that yet?
She
I
hasn't.
don't. Sorry.
Yeah, she hasn't completely.
Okay.
She's implied it.
Okay. The other one was the elf that was in the room.
Really?
Yeah. We'll look at it when Wick draws it, but
Okay.
I'm fairly sure.
Huh. This is getting weirder.
We're getting a lot more questions and not a lot more answers.
Yeah. I thought this was gonna be just a nothing trip.
I thought I was going to buy some armor and then eat and drink for the rest of the time.
You know,
There's still time for that, though.
meet Wick's family, get some shopping done, wait until Anna comes back.
Mhm.
No, apparently that's not the case. Trouble seems to be finding us. I don't like it.
I don't think that's a coincidence. Well, let's catch up.
Yeah.
I just want to bring that to your attention.
No, thank you. I missed that entirely.
The big question is, will Wick notice when she draws the cover?
Possibly.
all right. So you guys go. Tara has you guys split up and kind of look through the city. You eventually find Alston freaking out. We'll say Valchar was able to locate, and then after about 30 minutes.
Did you roll the dice to find out who? Because you do you. All right, sorry.
Do you really want to find him? Too bad.
Wick really doesn't want Sai to find him. That'll not go well.
And then
Mr. T.
about
I
30
cleaned your house.
30 minutes later, you guys meet up in front of the library, and then the 2 parents kind of walk into the library to go say
I'll
hi to
follow
Wick.
in.
Same.
Oh, Wick. Oh, your dad runs over and embraces you. Oh, why do people keep disappearing like this? My kids are all crazy. Please don't do this to me.
I'm sorry. You guys were just asleep when I left this morning. I should have left
Leave a note.
I'll leave a note next time.
It's not like you not to leave a note.
I was just preoccupied. Daddy, do you
You're
know?
okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Do you know what Kellen was studying when he left?
I mean, he was, him into magic, and we just kind of let him do his own thing.
Uh-huh. Have you heard from Ren or Sindri lately?
But once in a while, we'd go visit them. Yeah.
So you know where they're living?
Yeah.
Could I find out?
Sure. Let me give you that information.
Thank you. Maybe I'll visit them once I start traveling again.
Good.
They're both an alien.
God damn it, one of them probably is in the high area.
One's fighting against Kamaro.
Anyways, you guys, I think we have other stuff to do in the city, so we're probably gonna go look around some more. I have so much to show them here.
Sweetie, please just. We love that you're back. Just please, notes and
Definitely.
showing up to dinner and.
Hey, I showed up to dinner.
Well, I mean, everybody, You're aging us quickly, but please, we love having you here.
I'm sorry to take her from you again. I'd like to do a little bit more shopping than we did yesterday. I thought of a couple things, so we'll just go there and we'll be there a little bit and then we'll come back.
We'll be
That's
back
fine.
for dinner. Because I'm assuming it's after lunch.
Do we want to make that promise?
Wick is making that promise.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll prepare dinner. We'll see you kind of shortly after sundown.
Of course, Mom.
She'll leave, and Alston will stay in the library. take over.
Liquid leave the library.
Okay.
She has finished the drawing of the cover.
Okay. Yep.
Here.
Do those two look familiar to you?
Well, that's Julia.
Oh. Why was I the one that missed out on this whole thing then? Huh.
Do you recognize the other one?
Well, that's the elf that was in there.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm right, my patron. That's the voice I hear in my dreams.
Okay. This is just getting more and more extreme.
I think, if you want me to, I can roll a dice again, but I'm pretty sure I'm putting it together now. You said that Julia wanted you to go on an adventure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you consider what we did an adventure?
You mean in the book?
Yeah.
No, Julia wanted me to leave Duskhaven. She wanted me to see the world, and...
Which you've done.
I have.
And you've got a lot of stories out of it.
That's what she wants.
What else do you know about your patron?
My patron, I know nothing.
Okay.
Except that that's his voice.
What has the patron told you?
He told me that... I mean, I've only talked to him twice.
Okay.
Once, when I met him on the road. And
After you met Julia?
yes.
Okay.
And he told he asked me for my story, and then said if he had any information about Julia, he would give it to me. And then the second time was right after we fought the black tiefling and almost died. I heard his voice in a dream, and he said that I wasn't strong enough and I needed to be stronger, so he would make me stronger. And then suddenly I was casting magic.
Okay.
Is there any other significance to that book apart from Julia and that elf?
I mean, it was just the book I had found. I saw it when I was reshelving stuff one day, and it caught my eye, and once I was finished shelving stuff, a few days later, we were reorganizing stuff. Once I'd finished,
That takes so long.
I went back to the book, and I was gonna read it, but then Julia showed up, and she asked me if I could help her.
So the title didn't mean anything, it was just a title that caught your eye?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Obviously there's something about this book that seems to have a connection with Julia.
I mean, she's in it. I wish I had actually been able to read it, because I wanted to know who she was.
Is that the only time you've seen Julia?
No, she was there for a couple of months. She was staying somewhere else, but she would come to the library every day, and I'd help her find books on different gods. She said she was trying to find a forgotten god, and she wanted more information. I don't even know who she worships.
Do you remember anything other than Julia during the time that she was there?
I mean, I remember going through the day-to-day stuff.
Okay.
I helped other patrons in the library. I reshelved books.
Do you remember having any specific conversations with your parents or your brothers or?
Well, Rina and Sindri haven't lived here for a while.
So here's what I'm getting at. Do you know for a fact that time that you spent talking with Julia was not inside the book?
Yes.
How?
Well, we were in the library.
Right.
And I talked to my parents about Julia.
Okay.
time passed normally.
Okay. And they remember those conversations?
Yeah.
I need a refresher from how you said something last session.
Uh-oh.
It's very
I
important.
might know.
It was, I think it was Wick's dad's response when Wick brought up Julia.
Yeah, Wick brought up Julia, and you did
it was kind of a,
Julia.
Kind of like how Jane talks about Sai.
Yeah. I want to make sure was that actually done, or was that something else entirely?
Yeah, that was done.
Okay. Why did your dad seem not very enthused when you brought up Julia?
Because Julia's the reason I left.
I think we need to talk to him. Just to be sure. I think that you're right. I just want to be sure. Based on the recent experience of reading the book and being teleported, it would be nice to make sure that the time you spent with Julia was not inside the book.
He wasn't inside the book. I would go, I would get called away from Julia, and I would go and help other people, and then come back to Julia.
And we know that for sure if we talk to your dad and he remembers you talking about Julia.
Fine.
During that time period.
Yep.
I'd say a what if thing, but that's when we get to real Inception-y.
How do you know your dad was actually talking about Julia when you were talking to your dad?
Jesus.
Womp.
Regardless, I'm hoping that it was just he's upset at you for leaving.
They didn't want me to leave, but they didn't stop me.
Right. That would make sense, because if I've learned anything from traveling with you, when you got something on your mind, you kind of do it, regardless of what anyone says.
For better or worse. Usually worse.
Well,
Sai says that, not Ryan.
well, for better or for worse, I ended up leaving here and joining you guys.
Uh-huh. For better.
Oh.
Or worse.
Or worse. you just get me.
Specifically, or worse.
Just as an FYI, there are certain things I haven't told my parents, that I would very much like them to not know, besides the dragon.
Oh.
Namely that we've been in a lot of danger lately. And Asmodeus. Don't mention Asmodeus.
I don't plan on saying anything about our travels that you haven't already.
Why?
If they know that I'm in danger, if they know that I've put myself in danger, they wouldn't let me leave.
You're strong, though. Why would they have a choice?
They're my parents. They wouldn't want me to leave, and it's already going to be hard to leave them again.
Okay.
So, back home? I guess? Or
Sure.
do you guys actually want to go look at the city?
No, not really.
Okay. Though at some point we should try and get a meeting with, what?
Okay.
No. What is
Absolutely not
the,
Tonka.
ruling system here? What would I call
The triumvirate?
the
Oh.
person who rules?
Which one are you trying to go for?
It would be both. Eventually.
Are you trying to go to the Order of the Dawn, the Arcane Alliance, or the city? Who runs the city?
Who runs the city, but eventually also the
Yes.
Order of the Dawn?
That would be the opposite side. Arcane Alliance is the one that you're on.
Yep. But she wants to talk to the
Oh.
ruler of the city, and specifically the fighting group, which is, I'm assuming, not the Arcane Alliance, because she wants to talk to them about Asmodeus stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
The Arcane Alliance is a bunch of nerds.
She wouldn't mind talking to the Arcane Alliance, but she wants to talk to the leaders of the city. And
Can you
be
read
like,
some books and tell us what to do?
Well, you would know that
Yeah.
they're both very powerful guilds,
Yes.
and they both have warriors, and they both have mages.
That's
and they
why
both have...
Wick would try to generalize it like with the person who rules the city, and thus would rule both of them. someone.
Okay, well, you would know that...
I would know that that's not how it works.
You would know that's... The main city is like, we're in charge, and the other two are like, they're like, each one is more powerful than the overall ruling.
Okay, but Wick would say... Okay, fine. So Wick would say that she wants... that they should talk to both groups' leaders at some point before we leave.
Do you want to do that now? We're already out.
I was kind of thinking it might be good to have Emma here, too, for that. But we could. If you guys want to. We can start with the Arcane Alliance since we're, here.
She's not nice around people that are in charge. If she herself was in charge, I'm pretty sure she'd be rude to herself.
And the king.
You laugh because you know that's true.
Player laughs because the player knows. Hi, Jane.
She's watching.
I know.
Talking.
And she knows I'm right as well.
Do we want to go talk to the Arcane Alliance?
Lol.
That's a yes.
If you're ready to. I don't want to force something if you're not ready.
Why wouldn't I be ready?
I mean, we just kind of had an experience this morning.
It's fine. I would know where to go for this, so I would go and request a meeting.
I don't think you're fine. I'm going to call you out on this. I don't think you're fine. You're going to try and bulldog your way through this whole thing and say you're fine. You're not.
What am I supposed to do, Valchar? My brother works for evil.
Maybe.
Oh, there's no maybe about that. My patron is a character in a book, and supposedly my only friend before I met you is too.
Maybe.
The problem right now is we don't have information.
We have more questions than we have answers. So we don't know. That might be true. That might not be true. I think what we need to do is we need to figure some of these things out. If you say you're okay until then, I'm okay with that. If you're not, we're both here for you.
Thank you. Right now, there's something bigger than my crisis of... I don't even know what to call it. So, let's see if we can get a meeting and bring up the whole we need help with Asmodeus thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can maybe see about focusing on other stuff.
Okay. And just so you know, Valchar, I knew that was a duplicate that I stabbed when we were in there, so...
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, I obviously... It's... You know.
Hey, you just kind of wanted to be like, oh, see, I could do this, but I'm choosing not to.
That is not true that you know of.
I could find out.
Uh-huh.
Tomorrow.
I was gonna say, I think I need healing and you need spell slots.
Well, I also don't have the spell today.
Yeah.
So I would take the lead and bring us to the head of the Arcane Alliance.
Okay. Alright. Well, that's not where I was planning for it to go today, but that's okay.
Oh no!
Hold on, let me go for like 6 weeks from now.
You know, an easy way to avoid this, I would like to go shopping for a magical weapon that is less than 316 gold and 17 silver. Wait,
I would like
309 gold and 1 silver?
I have my money back.
You get mugged and murdered.
Also,
Right, I have my money
I don't have to
back.
go through this anymore.
logistics question.
Do I teleport back into the real world? And I'm like, no!
Was that whole thing in the storybook entirely fake? Or do we still have everything that we did in the story?
Like the damage and stuff.
Do we have any firm evidence that we were
I
in
see.
that
I mean, your
what we saw in
spells would be used and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we
you'd
have
come
the
back
damage
with-
from it too?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Huh. That would have been one of the things that he brought up. It's like, cool. Ow, why does it still hurt?
See, you don't have the spell slot. Oh, yeah? Oh. Wait, what was that? Was that a heal? Better have been a heal.
Yes.
Here, the good thing is
I
I
take that
didn't
at face
stay
value.
dead after all of the times I died in there. But I think that might have been my patron. Which, thank you so much, you jerk!
That being said, let's go find adventure. Out of character.
Also, what would have happened if you died?
Exactly.
What would happen if I died?
We got further than I normally got.
When you passed out, did any time pass between? Because I know when I passed out and I woke up and I was still there. I didn't teleport back in.
No, but I
which was
didn't have
strange.
anybody else with me. There was
Right.
nobody else.
I wonder.
Anyways.
More questions.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Right.
All right. Wait, what is your other question?
Huh?
No, it was just more questions than answers. Time.
Oh, okay.
I was wondering, like...
That's how you know it's good storytelling. Okay.
I was wondering because, like, when I died, I didn't teleport back in. I
you
stayed
didn't die.
unconscious.
Yeah,
But
you
if
didn't die. You hadn't died yet.
Right,
So
but...
theoretically, but my saving throws would have been made faster than yours were.
And eventually you would have probably failed.
Yeah.
3 of them.
So
Well, and you'd have 2 people stabbing you.
Yeah, there's that too.
repeatedly over and
I
over.
mean-
Yeah.
Heh. Heh.
Anyways,
Wick for sure died many
Oh, yeah.
times.
Attack!
Wick
No-
probably did it only like 10 or so times, and then it was just like,
That's
Hey,
more than
I
would've
experienced-
assumed.
huh?
That's more than I would have assumed. I would have assumed like twice. You'd be like, all right, I'm not going to do that anymore.
I
Please,
think...
this is Wick. Wick tried everything. She tried to sneak past, she tried to go around, she tried to, like, go under, she tried to cast friends, she tried to, like, literally everything in her repertoire. She did her Fey presence thing. Nope. I'm evil, she says in Draconic. Tries to go past. She probably died more than 10 times. Realistically.
All right, so you guys want to head up to the Arcane Alliance?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Not really. Okay, well.
We just hide, Ryan.
You can't see, right?
I'm not dead yet.
So you guys kind of go through the nicer end of town, and you guys start going up even higher. There's another tier of, like, pretty wealthy individuals.
Wick kind of looks down at her, like, not as fancy as it was in the book outfit, and it's just like,
You know, I wish I could have kept that.
Yeah, look, all of us look pretty darn sweet.
We look like real heroes.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
You looked a little
Blurry.
accurate. A little iffy.
that would have been funnier if you guys
So
had
just like in
switched
real life.
character sheets or something.
More iffy.
I didn't know that was possible.
I know.
I'll work on that.
Anyways.
All right, so you guys walk up, and it's so it's this big structure that kind of is like rock and carved into the rock, and kind of has 2 big pillars and a gate in front, and then it kind of goes back and up, and then there's another 2 pillars, and then there's a really big central pillar that kind of sticks up, overlooking it. The gate is currently open, and there are guards in front of it.
And I would know who I am about to address for this. Like, I assume, because I live in this area specifically, this is who I work under.
Lived.
Is your... I don't know how connected your family would be with this, though. How political, like, would the Tibbers be? Would the Tibbers be like, we're going to do our library, and we're doing the library? Or would they be like, we're doing the library for the Arcane Alliance?
We're doing the library, but remember who her parents were in their hometown. They do have political connections. Especially her dad is very interested in the political stuff.
Writing that down.
I gotta remember some things here.
The highly respected, looked to as a leader type thing. That's why they were told to leave.
How could you not remember that?
Like, I don't see him having a, like, political seat in this town.
Right.
But he would be connected. He would stay informed type of thing.
All right, so you guys approach the main gate, and there's some guards that are kind of blocking your path. I say kind of a lot. I've got to stop that. Guards are blocking your path.
They're half blocking.
I know. It's like I keep saying like kind of. It kind of goes like this. It kind of goes like that. No, it does.
I kind of walk past. Done.
There's a tax collector.
Who am I asking to see?
Nice.
Who am I asking to see?
Archmage Dalen would be what you would ask.
We would like to request a meeting with Archmage Dalen, please.
And who are you?
Brina Eliwick Rowan Tibbers.
And how would you know Archmage Dalen?
My father. Alston Tibbers.
Okay, that doesn't mean anything to me. I will...
We're the family who runs the library. We have my friends and I come on a very important mission regarding very grave news. It is very important that we speak to the Archmage. It's of grave importance.
Very grave importance.
Your grave.
Kind of grave.
Alright.
Wick is like sitting there debating about to cast friends on this dude because it's like it's worked before.
Stay here. He walks up the stairs. Kind of walks up.
Trips a little bit.
I wasn't gonna call myself out on saying very so much, but I'm like, no, somebody else is going to.
He's gone for kind of about 5 minutes.
More like 6.
Closer to 7.
Kind of 5.
He comes back. Archmage Dalen is busy at the moment.
We just need to set a meeting.
Alright, well... This individual... Hennish will see you. He'll go meet with you now.
Thank you.
And then individual walks down. Yeah, follow me.
Are you Hamish?
Hemish.
Hemish.
Is that not what I said?
No.
Okay.
Walks back up.
We'll follow.
Okay. It is very elaborately decorated. Mostly everything's in red.
Were the guards both Dragonborn?
Well, there were probably 8 guards.
Okay,
3 would have been Dragonborn.
is the person we're following Dragonborn?
No.
Okay.
Hamish is not Dragonborn.
Human?
Human. Yep. So you kind of walk up these... You walk up these stairs. I'm working on it, okay, guys? Give me
Now that you've caught it, you're always going
yeah.
to catch it.
It's way worse than it actually was.
I'm trying to fix it, that's why. Alright, so you guys walk up the stairs and you see like tabards of the Arcane Alliance, like humongous things like dropping down from the walls, and they're kind of like, alright dude, we get the point. It's Arcane Alliance like freaking everywhere here. There are a lot of robes that individuals are walking around with, like bright red robes, and everything is really elaborate and kind of over the top.
I definitely had the colors switched around.
Yeah, this is the red.
I definitely thought they were the blue.
Yeah, that was what I was picturing too.
Wait, hold on. Did I screw something up?
I
You guys
mean-
are saying it's red?
Blue just seems more of an
Yeah,
Arcane
blue
Alliance
just
color.
that's
That doesn't really
legitimately
mean that
where
we're
it was.
wrong,
Is
or
you
you're
said
right, or-
something of the dawn, Order of the Dawn, and so I picture
Oh
red, and
my
then
gosh. I think I
blue
might
for
have...
the
Dawn
Alliance.
being
Yeah.
a reddish
At the time, you
orange.
did say kind of red.
So it could have been kind of blue.
They're both purple.
Actually, I legit did swap it. This is
Okay.
blue. I apologize.
No worries.
Yeah, I did switch. I'm going to mark this on my notes.
That's okay.
Blue, red. Everything is blue.
Not
Blue
much.
everywhere. OD blue, kind of blue, real blue.
Blue Dabba-dee.
Dabbity-dabbity. He leads you through kind of a nice...
You're the only one that's hearing it.
I know.
I just see you.
I know. He leads you through a courtyard. It's really nice. There are a lot of flowers and little plants.
I feel super out of place being basically red-skinned and with red hearts. Everything being blue.
Dabba-dee.
leads you into opens up a chamber room, brings you into like a front office, like a little waiting area that leads into other offices. I caught myself. Okay.
No, I was just thinking like I'm probably looking over at Valtron and then like looking at the blue and then looking at you and then looking at the blue and be like, oh man.
Even if I was wearing blue, like, skin's still the other color.
Dude, just change it.
Disguise self.
Oh, yeah, I could.
You could look like anything. Anyways.
And he brings you into the room. Alright, why do you need a meeting with Archmage Dalen?
I don't know what news of the world you've gotten here in Duskhaven lately, but there is...
It'd be pretty impressive if you knew what we knew.
Of course, sir. There is a great evil out in the world trying to take it over, and...
I mean, the Order of the Dawn isn't evil.
Sir, there is an ancient god trying to gain power.
Asmodeus.
I wasn't going to give him the name. Thank you.
Why wouldn't you give me the name?
Because there are other things that are more important than a name. Destruction of the world, of cities, people dying. We are working to gather people to stand against this evil, named or not. There's more than just Asmodeus. He has followers who are terrorizing people. And we are on a quest to band together people against this evil. I wanted to talk to the Archmage about joining with the dwarves of Duneheldar.
And you speak for the dwarves?
We
Gnomes?
joined one of their clans. We helped them, and they've promised to help us when the time comes.
Have you heard about what happened there?
Yes.
We were there.
You're expecting me and the Archmage to believe that
You have ways to tell if we're telling the truth.
a city follows your command?
Not our command. We helped them, and the clan we joined with talked with the clans that we helped. They've promised to lend help when the time comes. All we need now is more people who promise the same.
Give me a persuasion with advantage then.
Don't choose the wrong ones.
Yeah.
You chose the wrong ones.
I did. Just for the hell of it. Fucking hell!
See, but it doesn't matter.
Obviously, rolling dice beforehand has no effect.
I didn't roll these dice.
Well, that's your problem. That's all I
That's an 8 with advantage.
And who can corroborate your story?
The dwarves can. You can bring in a cleric who can cast Zone of Truth. You have ways to get the truth out of us. Why would I lie when I know that?
Lying doesn't mean that you can't. There are ways around it.
You can skirt around the truth, but you can't tell a deliberate lie.
But what one believes is truth is what is required. If they
Cities have
in
fallen.
delusion, well, we will reach out and identify these facts of yours. Who should we say is here representing the Duneheldar dwarves?
We're from the True Sword clan of the Duneheldar dwarves.
King, queen, champion, any of them.
But we are...
You're
I
the
am...
king,
No,
queen,
no,
and
no,
champion?
No,
we
you
are
can
not.
ask
No.
the king, queen.
They're asking who is here. I am Brina Eliwick Rowan Tibbers. They know me as Wick. I fought alongside them. I fought in their trials. This is Valchar, And this is Sai. There is a fourth person, Enna.
Not a fifth? Okay. Sorry.
Asnar doesn't exist unless you're thinking about him.
He's also not part of the True Sword clan.
That is out of character, okay, guys?
We did have a fifth. He's currently an alien.
And a sixth. But you wouldn't know. Lieutenant Dan.
Well, I will send word. We'll find out if your story... Will you be here in the city?
For at least another few days.
Few days, okay.
I would like you to know, I'm not trying to push your hand, but we are going to the High Ward after this to tell them. So you might as well have the information that we're here to tell. Because they're going to know it too. You might as well be in the know.
The who?
What's the other clan?
It's
The other group?
Order?
Okay,
The
Alliance.
Order of the Dawn.
Order of the Dawn.
We need all the help we can get. We're fighting a god.
And dragons.
Not the right place to say that.
Your parents aren't here.
Why is this not the right place to say that? If your story is so true, why are you holding back information?
I am holding back information that may dissuade you from helping us because it is more important to get help in the face of great evil.
Well, I will reach out and present this information to Archmage Dalen. If he deems it worthy, you will be notified.
I will be at the library of the Tibbers household.
Please follow me, and he'll lead you guys out of the area.
Thank you for your time.
He'll walk away. And then you guys are on the other side of the guards now.
If you want to hold person this guy, now would be the time.
Can I just hold him?
And I was like, what are you doing?
Shh, you're held.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
It's okay. It's okay. Cry it out.
Hold person.
Yeah, old person.
Do we want to go to the Order of the Dawn today, or do we want to go home?
How do you think that went? I don't know how these...
I don't think it went very well here, but the Order of the Dawn is a little less...
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Bureaucratic.
Mentally astute in the same ways as the Arcane Alliance.
They're not as...
It's not quite
They're
like
not
that.
stupid, but they're more... I'm assuming
focus on it.
they don't focus on the magics and the studying as much as
Not as much, yeah. This is more...
like
the Arcane
any
Alliance are more...
training that Wick would have had would have come from the Order of the Dawn. Any fight training. Probably. No? You think the Arcane Alliance would have martial fight
Yeah, of
training?
course.
Okay.
They're both... They're not...
They're
It's just
guards.
kind of what their focuses are on. They still
Yeah.
have warriors and fighters and
But like
and
if we were
barbarians.
to want the best of martial fighting.
It would be awkward to take things from the other side of the town.
Sure. Okay.
If you're running the stuff out of...
Yeah. Okay.
They're not... They don't like to mingle.
Yeah.
Hence the over... Like, way too much blue stuff. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, they're obviously like, we love ourselves.
And you think my jacket is bad?
I don't come here very often.
Yes, but
That's
that has
fair.
nothing to do with colors.
The thing is, if we go to the Order of the Dawn, I might not be the best person to speak.
No.
Why?
Because I'm from the Arcane Alliance.
Well, clearly you didn't like what I was saying in there, so...
I was trying to angle it towards what he would want to hear.
I think...
They'd want to hear other stuff, probably, and also they would take it better from strangers than somebody from this side.
They won't know you over there?
The
They
problem is I think they will.
won't respect me as much over there.
Is it worth you going? Are you doing more harm than good by going with us?
I suppose I could not go.
Do you want to go with us and then just stay outside and wait for us?
Sure.
You're not in danger of being actively harmed while just being in the area, are you?
No. They don't hate each other that much.
Okay.
This isn't Dunhildar.
We go into the other one. Wraithbanes, run!
Ah!
Dragon.
It's the barbarian.
God damn it! You followed me here!
Come on.
I don't know where we're going, but okay.
I would lead the way. I would,
Okay.
as far as I could.
You guys are gonna lead yourselves over to the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. This side is obviously red. Is
Hey.
pretty much
You might
everywhere.
feel a little more at home here.
Well, yeah, it was a
I
little.
put on blue clothes.
I throw bread at you.
I tear pieces of a roll off and just throw it at you.
Pick it off the ground and I eat it because I'm still hungry.
So this building is built more of a central structure
More of a castle.
that's built up and then extends out for like little things like little like obviously there's like a big like a little tower here, but it kind of extends out of the main almost kind of tree like, and on top there's like a small thing that like, and then there's a big like platform with like a little building on top. So if you guys approach a similar situation, guards stop you.
We need to speak with whoever's in charge.
We'd probably get the name of the person in charge.
Do I have the name in charge here?
Mm.
I might not have the name in charge here.
You would know of the name of Rin.
Rin.
We need to speak to Rin.
And you are...
What matters right now is I'm no one of the city. However, we come with a lot of news of destruction, and we think it might be heading this way.
Alright, give me persuasion with advantage.
Ooh. 23.
Was that so hard? Evidently.
Well, I'll go see.
Thank you.
He walks up, comes back.
I will wait here.
Probably about another 5 minutes later, interesting looking tabaxi walking down behind him. You can all follow me, and she leads you. Are you
Wick invited as well?
what? Who?
Never mind.
Nick? Sure, you asked for an audience with Rin, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Why don't you wait here?
I will wait here. Just go.
Okay. What?
I'm just showing them the city.
Yep.
They have to be brought here.
Tour good.
Okay. She'll lead you in kind of a central... She leads you into the main building, and it's really kind of elaborately decorated, a lot of nature themes. There's like a spiraling... Not a staircase, but kind of like something that would look like it would be carved out of a tree, you know, just kind of like a ramp up along the outsides. The bottom is kind of is a lot decorated in similar like flowers and such. There are slits that are cut in the walls that let in a lot of air and light. It's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. She'll lead you partially up the stairs to the first kind of section, which will lead you to one of the spots that are spitting out, and then you kind of walk up, and then you get into the one of the rooms, and she leads you into a small chamber with two guards follow you as well. They're going to position themselves inside. This tabaxi is yellow with like black circles all over her visible fur.
Leopard-esque?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And
Leopardy?
well, so you bring word of destruction and...
How much have you heard of what's been happening in the world
That's a very broad question.
in terms of destruction?
Again.
Have you heard about the dwarves? Do you know what happened there?
Yes. We've heard of plenty of chaos over there. It's not that uncommon with dwarves, but...
Well, and especially this time of year, I can understand that. There was an attack on the city by outside forces.
Right, we heard of the dragon.
Okay. While we were there, we also heard of other cities that have been being destroyed.
Oh, good, those are... Yeah.
What we're here for is... We've been sent here to try and find as many alliances as we can get. We've got an alliance with the dwarves in Doonhildar. And we're trying to find anyone who is willing to back us up in this bigger fight that seems to be being waged everywhere. Super advantage or super disadvantage.
Are you just rolling until you roll a good number? Come on, man.
No, there's two different things going on.
Yeah, I know.
Oh no!
Slowly stabbing my back.
Yeah, but it's me.
Oh, yeah.
That
So,
makes sense.
you're bringing word of this, and...
We're bringing word at least. We're hoping for allies in this fight.
Obviously, you see that we are not dwarves, and you know, as stubborn as they are, how hard it must be to make dwarven allies. We did a lot to earn their trust. We helped them a lot. We would be worthy allies of yours. But at the very least, what we're trying to do is warn you of what could be coming your way, and telling you to watch out for it at the very least. We would love to give more information, and I apologize. I'm not down saying your position, but we would like to speak to Rin further on this.
Well, that most likely won't happen.
We understand how difficult that could be. We're going to be in the town for a couple days. My hope is that it would be worth the 5 or 10 minutes of Rin's time to at least hear us out, hear our warning. There's really no downside.
Well, his time is quite valuable. I may be able to, if you're... And how can I know that what you're telling me is the truth, that the dwarves are aligned with you? And what powers do you
and have
bring?
the symbol come up.
And so you are a true sword.
Yes. And knowing true swords, we are not the type to lie and deceive.
If you want to corroborate everything that went on there, obviously we're part of the True Sword clan, but anything that actually happened, you could talk to... Who's the queen's name? What was the queen called again?
Queen and King Emmerich.
The queen was Corinne? I can't remember how to say her name, and I'm not there.
Queen Carleen and King Emmerich.
Carlin.
You could talk to either Queen Carlin or King Emmerich.
And so what is it that you are asking of us, and what is it that you are providing us?
Best case scenario is we have your assistance in this bigger fight. What are we offering? I mean, we are very good allies to have in these fights. I mean, we're there to help repel a dragon.
Dragons.
Oh, that's right. There were 2 of them.
You're telling me you can take down a dragon?
Not
we
directly.
Help take down a dragon. A small dragon. We were helped by Queen Carlin, but we chased it off. You know dragons, how they need to survive. Black dragons. We caused it to flee, and then Queen Carlin was able to finish one off. The other one unfortunately got away, but that was a full-grown adult black dragon who can take human forms,
And this
which we can give you drawings of.
And this was with the assistance of the city. The entire city helped band together to repel this.
If you could take down an adult dragon yourselves, I would be quite nervous, and we'd need more than these 2 guards.
Yeah, no, I can understand that entirely. Unfortunately, we can lend our power. We don't have that much power.
what we're hoping is that when it comes down to it, we would have your support along with the dwarves. It's going to take more than a group. It's going to take more than a city. It's going to take more than an entire group of people to fight what's coming.
I will pass your information on.
Thank you.
We thank you.
Where can we find you if we wish to speak further?
There's an inn, and I'll explain the inn that we dropped off Targoth or whatever his name is. Levi's. Tonkfa. I'll say the inn that we dropped off Tonkfa in.
That crappy place in Lowtown?
We dropped a friend off there who would pass along the information if need be.
Okay. Can I use you a...
You have to understand, based on how divided this town is, if we told you or the other side where we were, it would, one or the other would look down upon us, and we're just trying to pass along information and gain allies.
We figured the lower tongue was the most neutral.
Fairly neutral, considering.
Okay, I'll pass your information on.
Thank you.
Guards will see you out.
Thank you for your time.
You guys get sent out to meet up with Wick.
How'd it go?
It seemed to go fairly well. I'm hoping that the word gets passed on.
I'm hoping that if the word gets passed on, they see the need to talk to us. Remember, you didn't see where it was, but the place that we dropped off Tonkfa, we didn't want to give your parents' house to them.
Sure.
I say this obviously under my breath, so that like
We were walking.
Yeah.
I assumed you guys left.
Yeah. We had left, but I'm saying it under my breath so that nobody around would hear us talk about the other side. But
While we're walking down the middle of the road.
Yeah. Instead of giving them your parents' house, we decided to give them the name of the inn where Tonkfa was dropped off, so at least he would be able to give us the information when we go to see him.
Okay, that works. So, what now?
I guess we wait and hope that we hear from them. I mean, we have a couple more days here anyways.
Sun would definitely be would probably have said a little while ago, because
then we should be getting back to my family.
Going to two different places, trying to wait for meetings and
the
such.
The bureaucratic process takes a lot.
Yeah.
We should probably head back to my house.
Yep, let's go.
You don't want to be late for dinner?
I'm going to do my best to send message to them saying we're on our way, but it doesn't actually work that way. That is actually sending that does that. So I'm going to be like, I'm going to see if I can warn them, say we're on our way, but I don't know the distance of the spell.
Sure.
So
I am going to make sure that we're not being followed.
Okay, keep it perception.
don't spill it.
Perception. That is a 23.
You see that you are being followed.
Do I see by who?
Tonkfa.
Hey guys, why don't you go ahead? I'm going to stop in the store quick.
We got food waiting for us.
Yep, I'll be there very shortly.
Sai knows where to find us.
Okay.
I'm going to stop into the store.
Careful.
Okay.
Yep, I will. And then I'm gonna keep an eye out for whether Tonkfa follows me or them.
Okay.
Would he have beaten an 18?
The passive
Were you-
perception.
Because I would have been doing the spell.
The spell?
I would have been doing the spell of message.
Even though you don't know how it works yet.
Yeah, I would have been trying for that, but that engages the passive perception.
No, he wouldn't have beat that.
Don't notice a thing.
Okay, he walks in. You beat him. That's what I'm saying.
Your
Yeah.
perception beat his.
You
So-
see.
Right, you
I
beat
would have
his
seen
self.
him then.
Wick's the only one who's like.
Walking through the city.
Wick is thinking about things and kind
What?
of half-heartedly keeping
What could you
an eye out
possibly
for
be
her
thinking
brother.
about?
So I'm going to change careful to be back quickly.
Okay.
All right, so we're in the shop. Hey, Sai! I'm getting bored, man. When are we gonna go?
In time.
I'm out of things to do.
I'm pretty sure that there are plenty of places that you could go. You basically have a bar that you can get free drinks at.
Well, no, I paid for all those drinks ahead of time.
Is that what they told you?
Yeah?
Yeah, okay. I would expect that...
Well, they're charging me now.
Oh.
Well, you got something to help me out there or something? Like, come on, man. I'm getting bored.
What do you need?
Like, just some drinking money. Or a drinking buddy would be even better.
I know, that sounds great. We have some... We're trying to get ready to go to the elves, and obviously you want to get out of here, so I'm trying to help them with that so that we can leave.
Yeah, because once I get you the elves, I can get paid and...
I'll give them 19 gold.
Wow. That's...
This comes at a price, though. Somebody might be coming to see you.
Okay.
When they do, if they do, you pass along the information to me.
So they're coming to see Tonkfa.
They're coming to let Tonkfa know that they want to see us.
Okay, if someone comes up and says, "Hey, Tonkfa, Sai, we want to see Sai."
I told them the name of the inn. So, I expect you to be at that inn. I expect you to be drinking at that inn. And I expect when I come to see you that you have not left that inn. And you can use that gold to drink or eat as much as you want, as long as you can take down this message.
You know this is chump change for my rate, but for an old buddy, I'll do the best I can to stay there. But I'm not going to just stay there.
I appreciate it. At least make friends with the person at the bar.
And can you give me an idea of who's coming by? Am I looking for some homeless person? Am I looking for some dwarf?
They'll be wearing a lot of red.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah.
They'll stick out like a sore thumb. I'll keep my eye open.
All right, I'll come see you soon.
All right. Remember, I'm getting bored. This'll tide me over for a little while.
We'll be going soon.
All right.
We just want to give this a little time to see if this information matures a little bit.
Okay. He walks out and starts walking to the closest bar.
Yeah, I roll my eyes and keep going.
Okay.
I'll try to catch up with them.
Not the one.
Yeah, you can catch up with them before.
Okay.
Oh.
You
Hey.
made it.
Yeah. They didn't
Were you
know
going
what I
to do something while he was talking?
I was going to talk to Velchar.
Okay.
wanted. Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah, feel free to do that.
Belcher, is there any spell that can let you like find a person?
I've read of spells that can do that.
But you don't have any?
I don't think so.
I think it's a much higher level
I
spell.
believe so
Yeah.
too. Because it's not find.
I mean, find person might work, but no, it's scrying. It's
Ew. I'm also not even under the cleric spells right now. Which should help.
That was Levi. Apparently he's watching and let me know on his character what he would have done.
oh hi.
It's so,
Yeah.
hey, Levi.
Don't you screw me over, Levi. You've already stabbed me once.
I like his response though.
Sorry, legitimately trying to figure out what level this spell
Oh,
is.
scrying much higher.
I don't think that's fine. Plus you need a way to locate.
Right. I'm just based on the conversation. It's a 5th level spell.
Oh, it's not that.
That's pretty high.
I've heard of people who have been studying for years
Oh.
in like actually focusing on their craft. This has only been pretty much since I met you. Most of the stuff that I've been doing prior has been admittedly taking advantage of the spells that I had, but nothing to actually improve them.
Okay. I am worried about leaving my parents here with what I now know about Kellen. So I may not think that what we saw in there was real. You might not think it. I don't know. That was Kellen.
With what was said afterwards, where I heard that Kellen had just disappeared, sounds eerily familiar to what happened to us.
Yeah.
That said,
He sided with the wrong side.
I'm hoping that's not the case. But
If you knew him.
the fact that we were sent out of the book and he was not, there's that question that I have in my mind of, we're from this world. We're either getting booted out of it or someone is powerful enough to send us out of it. But if that person is powerful enough to send us out, why would they themselves not send themselves out?
Because you can't stop something that's already happened?
Maybe. Unless they're bound to the book in some way. Like I was saying earlier, we have a lot of questions about what happened this morning.
Yeah.
And we don't have a whole lot of answers. I'm inclined to not speculate on things that have happened if we don't have proof. And I know what we all saw. But because of what happened earlier, I'm inclined to question the reality of it.
Just anything you said in there, was that something that you... Did everything you say in there, did that come from you?
As far as I'm aware.
Was the story making you say it?
All the answers I gave, I felt like I gave.
Same. Kellen's not a part of a book. He's a real person. I mean, I'm not saying that Julia is or isn't, but Kellen is. That wasn't fake.
I didn't feel like it was a good time to ask your parents, because why would they want to hear it from me anyway? When they said that he up and left, I'm trying to even remember that conversation. We've had some stuff go on today.
Yeah.
They know that he just left, and they know the last place that they saw him was in the library.
Mm-hmm.
Which could have a lot of people going in and out of it, and no one would know.
It's a big place.
But it would also be possible that someone would see someone get sucked into a book.
True. If Kellen's there and he stays there, I'm okay with that. But if he is not stuck there, I don't know as much about Julia or my patron as I would like. I don't know what they were fighting or where to get more information on that. I don't even know my patron's name. That would be helpful. But I do know that Julia, at least, is a good person. So if she's fighting something evil, then it's very evil. And I know my brother. He's not the nicest person. He makes Sai look like a saint.
Sai is a saint.
I could tell from the reaction you gave when we got into that area that there's something bad that happened. I'm not going to pry. I'm not going to do anything with that until you're comfortable with fully telling me. But obviously, if he is going into aligning with what we could probably assume is Asmodeus,
I didn't want to go there.
at least a dark figure,
Yeah.
then we're probably on a collision course with him, with how things have been going.
It's good to know ahead of time.
How does this knowledge help you right now? Now that you've been able to kind of digest it a little bit.
I don't know. It helps knowing that Julia is or was real, even if I didn't necessarily meet a real version of her. And it helps to have a face for my patron.
You've at least you've gotten a couple things not resolved, but you've gotten a little bit more information,
Which is good. And I know to keep an eye out for my brother.
and now we all know what he looks like,
Yeah.
so we can all keep an eye out.
Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome. We haven't been doing our training in the morning either.
We should get back to that. You need to do some more push-ups.
My arms hurt.
Oh, come on, you've had days off. It should be fine.
Yeah, but when you have
Hey,
the
guys.
day- Oh, hey.
Oh, hi.
Hey, I'm assuming you saw what I was looking for?
Yeah.
Okay. We were being followed. Tonkfa.
Oh.
Yeah.
At least it's not.
I'm gonna make
What
sure
was that?
I'm not being followed still.
Give me perception.
That is a 17.
I don't see anybody.
Okay.
At least it's not like when we were getting tailed into Nildar. That was usually met with blades.
Well,
This is true.
that being said, we don't know who is in charge of taking over Tonkfa and attacking us.
There is that.
Well, I mean, we have a very good idea. But you're right, we don't have a solid answer. And if anything, today has taught us solid answers might be necessary. Even if we have none.
I mean, I can think of 7 people or groups that could be trying to kill me.
They were specifically after you.
That was also actually a lot fewer than I was anticipating.
Right? I've been good.
Have people been forgetting about you, or did you forget about them?
I mean, it has been like you're what, 300 something?
Yeah.
They might have just died.
There are 7 nations in this world. Just saying. That might be specific.
You literally have one person, or like the royal family in each nation looking for you, don't you?
We go to see Ren. It's Sai! I'm like, oh no, cheese it!
That said, if we go to the High District, you might want to disguise yourself next time.
Somebody else might want to disguise me. I'm still the only one that can't do that.
I can't do it.
It's just
Not
me
yet.
and Anna.
Just half the group.
Well, we are gonna keep quiet about stuff, because we're almost home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You guys show up at home a little bit later.
We're back!
Oh, hi, Wick.
Hi, sorry we're a little late. I was showing them all the way across town, so...
And Sai, my helper in the kitchen.
Hey, Mrs. T.
How's it going?
You're my favorite.
You're awesome, Sai.
She said I'm her favorite too.
We all know. Hello.
Okay, come in for dinner, everyone. Is your other friend coming?
Not tonight.
Oh, okay. When will he be joining us?
Oh, him.
I thought you said he was your friend.
No.
Oh.
Not once, actually.
No, Wick never called him.
He was my friends and him.
Yes, and this guy. She
Oh.
never called him her friend.
Okay. Well, please. He seemed quite nice when he was here. But everybody.
He's just got other things to do.
Oh, okay.
He has to be at a certain place. I really hope he's there.
I wouldn't know.
All right. So you guys just sit down and eat and have a nice dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Afterwards, I'm assuming going to bed or.
I would spend a little more time looking at the books from Kellen's room.
I would spend some time.
Oh,
I
man.
I now have to figure out what's in those.
Wick is gone again, guys.
Oh, God damn it. Wick ends up on the other side helping the bad guys like, nope, this isn't what I wanted.
Oh, evil? Okay, we're doing evil this time. Got it.
You have to kill your patron before you can move on. That's the.
Load last save.
When they go to sleep, I'm going to go to the inn that we left Tonkfat and make sure he's there.
Yeah, he's there.
Okay.
Getting drunk. Having fun.
Okay. I'll probably just kind of peek in the front door and then leave.
Already blown all that 19 gold.
Are you trying to stealth?
Yeah.
You're trying to stealth it?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me stealth.
I wouldn't be stealthing to the inn, but
Right,
once
I
I
know
got
what
there,
you
I'd
mean,
just
like-
kind of be like look in, get out. That is a 15.
He doesn't notice you.
Okay. Alright, I'll go back to the house.
Alright, cool. Everybody goes back, goes home, to Wick's home. Everybody goes to bed. And that's where we're going to cut it for tonight.
Woo.
I guess we'll do jazz hands.
Yeah, you might get a long rest.
Yes, long rest.
Short rest, actually. You're up thinking about what happened today.
Did you do your roll for the stressed out? Balchar's old thing.
Oh, yeah. Let's
Wick
see.
had that a bit too.
I took it from a 17 and rolled a 17.
A 31.
Kind of improved this one.
Oh, I was like, that's a 5.
No, that's a 17. I know what you're seeing.
We need to check Eric's rolls
That's
in the
a
future.
19. Wick manages to go to sleep.
I was totally kidding, but yes.
Sai doesn't take any tests because he's fine.
Yeah.
He's the only sane one.
Man, that was weird. Okay, good night.
Okay, bye.
Well,
And Anna will be back next week.
Anna will be back next. Well, Jane will be back next week.
Oh no!
Come on, we traveled for days and then we've had 2 days here. Just let Anna join us.
So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. We'd love it for a like or a follow. Follow us on Twitch. Soon you can subscribe on Twitch.
Yay!
And subscribe on
and subscribe
YouTube.
on YouTube. We
I said
really
first.
appreciate it. We need it. We love it. Thank you for helping us out. And from us, all of us at Role ConTROLL, thanks for watching.
See you next Tuesday.
See you guys.
Levi, if you did anything bad,
We didn't kill Anna Jane. We love you. We miss you. Please come back.
They didn't. Yeah.